Like we said, math assessments can create math anxiety, so we can help our learners to overcome this by using authentic assessments, which are tools to measure how learners apply their knowledge to real-world situations. We can use creative learning experiences to test learners' skills and knowledge in realistic situations. Authentic assessments measures learners' success in a way that is relevant to the skills required of them. Why are we using these authentic assessments? It is opportunities to engage in real-life tasks to develop 21st century skills. Your learners are actively participating in developing and structuring their knowledge. The tasks are relevant and it engages learners to develop higher order thinking skills. And it helps teachers by encouraging them to reflect on the relevance of what they teach and provides results that are useful for improving instruction. The following authentic assessment infograph was a really good one to just summarize authentic assessments. So this is also available on the PDF that I've uploaded for you on Learning Unit 3 on BC Learn. If we look at activity 3.2.1, we can see that it links to our POE activity 2, the second part of POE activity 2. So this is why Learning Unit 3 is very important for our POE as well. So in this activity 3.2.1, you need to conduct an online research of your own to find more information about math anxiety for learners in grade 4 to 6, and then to focus on learner strategies for reducing math anxiety. In your POE, you need to also focus on teaching strategies to minimize math anxiety. So you can really use this activity for the start of your POE by doing some research. So in this activity, you need to develop a simple guide with strategies to accommodate learners who have anxiety with mathematics. So that is a good starting point for your POE activity 2. Do the research already, then it's done. When you start with your POE, at least you've done some research. So if we look, I just want to quickly show you activity 2 of the POE, just so that you can see what is expected of you there. Sorry, application screen. If we look here at the POE activity 2, we can see that we need to write a two-part essay in which you, in the first instance, reflect on any anxiety that you experienced towards math when you were a learner. And then this part B is the part that I just want to highlight here. You assume the role of an educational expert in which you advise a teacher whose learner is experiencing the same anxiety as you did on how to create authentic assessments, which will help the learner to cope with the anxiety that they face, and strategies that the teacher can use to minimize math anxiety. So if we look at our rubric here for the POE activity 2, we see that 15 marks is awarded for the reflection, the first part of the essay, and then the last 35 marks are awarded, or actually 30 marks are awarded for the creation of authentic assessments and the teaching strategies, and then 5 marks for your academic writing. So let's just look on this second part, the advice on creating authentic assessments. An exceptional effort is made in describing the value of authentic assessments. So in the first instance, you need to describe the value of authentic assessments. It is complete and highly creative. Advice on how to create authentic assessments has the potential to effectively help the learner to cope with the anxiety that they face without compromising the integrity of teaching and learning. It is well substantiated by research from the prescribed text as well as additional resources. So you need to describe the value, give advice on how to create authentic assessments for the learner to cope with the anxiety that they face by using credible resources. Then you also need to discuss teaching strategies. Suitable teaching strategy or strategies is described. You show eagerness to instill a more positive approach to teaching mathematics, and a sense of passion and purpose is evident with all reasoning well substantiated using additional resources. And here you also need to give some examples. You can also give examples with the authentic assessments. Like for instance, if you want to use some technology or pictures or games or whatever way, you give some examples and describe that. And also reference. So big focus on, as always, how to paraphrase and write up your reference list at the end of your essay. And also, as always, edit your essay. Okay, so that was just a quick touch on the POE activity. We will have a workshop later on where I will go into more detail as well. But for now, I've just highlighted the importance of Learning Unit 3 regarding the POE activity. So math anxiety, very important subject, and then authentic assessments. So start doing some research in the meantime, make notes, keep a file on your POE activity so that when you start with your POE that you are already prepared with that. All right, I want you to take a quick break in this. I want to take the break now because I would like to meet up at the latest 5 to 4, because at 4 o'clock I will release an ICE task which you will complete in an hour's time in the next session. So that would be